be a very, very strong candidate, but not yet. Okay? This person, okay, if you've ever jammed with this person, you're in trouble. Okay? You'll either get hit, you know, or slapped on the head, or something will happen to you like that. Okay? So what you're going to do is you're going to give this person the Papa of God Award. As you all know, quite obvious thing, this person is Paps or Divya Ganesh. Okay?
Come on.
Try to give us something which is very, very unique to Sastra.
And that is the standard award for the seniors passing out this year, because this is probably the only place in the entire planet to get a Gold Cup. And it is also for the trademark English Literacy Society.
Okay.
What is this?
It's ELS, it's supposed to be English Literacy Society.
Since you've spoken about the oldest member of the club, we all know that who's going to be last if you know we're going to take out age. Okay, the next award is for the most macho person on the planet. Okay, this is basically this person. You know, you look at this person, you can imagine only masculinity. You know, he has working out in the gym. You know, this person actually makes you feel like a real man. Okay, you look at this person behave, and and the way this person behaves with certain members of the club, for example, Iron. Okay, you see that it's like slave and master bondage. Okay, and she is actually like that,
What kind of crap you want?
Okay. This person, if she's in a bad mood, okay, if she's in a bad mood, and you go around this person and sit with her, you're in trouble. Okay? Iyer has been beaten up by this person more times than anyone's been beaten up by anyone else on the planet. Okay, he's literally been whacked, abused, mutilated, hit, beaten up, all those synonyms you keep adding. Okay?
Hence his current status.
Like I said, this person, they're going to give him the She-Man Award. Body will tell you more about
Body will tell you
Grey Skull and the what is it called? Legend of Grey Skull.
Hey, Eddie.
Those cylinders are gone.
Yes.
And ready is going to be the next one.
Sure.
Okay. The next award is for the torchbearer of the club. Okay. This person has literally been shining like Valerie goes. Okay. He literally enlightens all of us on how to behave in college. Okay. This person is also known to cause a lot of aviation disasters, when he's walking on the road. A lot of pilots are known to crash. Wait, it's not for you, okay? This person, Reddy tried coming up with a lot of jokes saying refractive index and all that, those kind of things. We're going to give this person the Lighthouse Award. Okay? For very opportunity. And since he can be such a public nuisance on the streets while walking, we're actually going to give him something which might, help society and benefit him and us in general also, okay? So Bhargav is the Lighthouse Award. Okay? Yeah, there's something inside the bottle also now. You raped the baby.
You wouldn't mind.
Give her hand.
Yeah.
Why?
I know what's here.
The The next person, okay, someone very very popular, with the juniors also because general, okay, and this person, we're giving him an award because he never taken this when he was small, okay. He's called the Complan boy, okay.
Dude, I had Complan all my life.
You can see,
It worked.
it was very visible, okay. We're giving this person the, hey, come in. So this person is called the Complan Boy Award, okay? For various obvious reasons. Okay, this person, there were rumors that he couldn't go to MGM Disney World and all because of height requirements and all those things. But hey, wait, I'm still growing boy. Okay, this person, has been an awesome jammer and all. We actually wanted to give him another award. We wanted to give him the Broken Tape Recorder Award. Okay, this is because all of you juniors would have heard one story repeated a million times. Okay, I have heard his life story around a million times. Okay, and since we couldn't find a tape recorder and since we didn't want to, make ready tape recorders, we decided to give him this. It had too many gold songs in it. Okay, and therefore, Complan Boy Award goes to SP.
How useful is
I had it. Me also. Okay. The next award. Okay. The next award generally, you see this person wherever you see, especially when he's alone. Okay. You get the feeling that he's on drugs. Okay, just for some reason he'll be like. And I remember, okay, last year, he was on the dump seat and he was lying on the ground. Okay. He was listening to some music or something or other. And I threw something on him and I still didn't get it. Okay? This person the award called the Comfortably Dumb Award. Okay? Because whenever you look at him, you know that something is wrong, just over that. He's taking his high, he's on drugs, on weed, marijuana, something is, definitely wrong over there. So we're giving this person the Comfortably Dumb Award. We wanted to give him the mark, but we decided the mark will be too expensive to buy. So we're going to give him this mark. I'm sure Okay, so Andy gets the Comfortably Dumb Award. Since many people think he looks like a goat, he might be able to do that. Okay. Okay, a couple of other people we just want to, talk about before passing on to the next award. Okay. These are generally seniors who have, come to club on and off. Okay, I mean, they've been there. There are also a lot of seniors who have come to club for various reasons, just to, sit with other people. You know what I mean? Okay. One of these people, where is it? Not here. No. Okay, fine. We'll go on to the next award. The next award, it's not an award as much as just, talking of appreciation. This person, he's always come for every debate that we've had, okay? And he comes up with some brilliant points. As a junior, it was really, really satisfying and, encouraging to see someone, who speaks in Hindi come and tell me what to do, when I debate in English. Okay? This person has been one mentor kind of person to, all the debaters over here, because he comes up with some absolutely fantastic points on debating. Okay, even this year in VIT, ready went and asked him for points. Okay, this person, he's more or less hard than English. He is in the head of the Hindi, but we would like to consider that him a very integral member of the Hindi. I mean English. Okay. I would like all of you to please give a round of applause.
That scroll is incidentally a burnt copy of his favorite poem, namely Madhushala. I'm sorry, it was long and it was fitting in about 14 pages, so I had to cut short to about a page and burn it.
It's not his mom.
He burned it.
It's not Madhushala.
Okay. Next person. Okay. Since I just wasted one joke on one person, I can't say anything about him again. Okay. This person, the award that we want to give him, there were too many awards initially. Okay. Too many awards. Okay. All of you know what I'm talking about. We thought of all these awards and all of them fitted him perfectly. Okay. In the end, we decided to give him this award for being the loyal, unmarried citizen of Shastra through time. Okay. No. Me, you, and me also get, but throughout, for eternity. Okay. There have been various names attached to him, Father Time, Adam. Okay. But we finally decided to give him the Vishwakatama award. No. Me. But we felt that there was one award which was too good to miss now. Okay, so we decided to put relevance to that. We have also given him the really curious case of Benjamin Button award. Okay, because how that this Benjamin Button just stopped growing old. Okay, he just became 1 point. Okay, and therefore we have given him buttons in the bottom. Okay, the next person, okay, that we'd like to talk about is someone who started off, coming to club for dramatics, okay, and over the 1 year that he's come, he's made a phenomenal difference to dramatics club as such. We in English believe, we are very close to associated with dramatics, and Shrek has been an absolutely fantastic person to look up to. He's by far, the best actor to have passed out of the place after me. Okay.
At least act modestly.
Okay. He's by far the best actor to have passed out of the place. But I'm not saying about the actor. Whenever you see this guy on stage,
No comments.
you're always intimidated by this person. Okay. However, if you had the misfortune to sit in the first, 2 rows, you will either get a lot of water on your face or your nerves will flow. Okay? Shrek is a fantastic senior. Okay. Where is Sneha Maitri? Are they coming? Okay, fine. Like I said earlier, there are a lot of seniors who come on and off the club, and one person.
Talk about the devil and the devil.
I can't believe this. I'm going to do again nonsense. Okay. The next person, okay, we want to talk about is probably the best mimer to have passed out of this place. Okay. They're even better than so-called dumb people who fully claim to be very good and complain every time they lose.
Balaji and Vishal.
Yes, correct. Okay. This person, is an absolutely fantastic mimer. Okay. This person used to keep coming to club on and off. I don't know if a lot of first years know who this person is because you mainly used to come during my year. But it is really nice to see someone come up on stage and mime, and actually Sneha, Divya and Maitri were a fantastic Dumpsy team. Okay.
Hello. Fact
Yes. Okay. Factually wrong. Okay. Sarnya. Okay. They were a fantastic Dumpsy team and they even beat SP Bhargav and all in.
That was not true. They cheated.
Oh my God.
Very frustrating. I know something very easy, but still, just.
We were
We'll come to it. We'll find out.
Okay. So the next person you want to give an award to is Maitri. Okay. A couple of more people left, who we want to appreciate. The next person is literally a ragging terror in college. Okay. I have met this person on my first day. Okay, this person is not here right now. So take a video properly. This person is not here right now, but when I met this person, I was asked to remove my shirt in and put it back in again. Okay, finally, I mean, I said get lost, we got in the huge ragging scandal and all that, all that's later. Okay, but this person, used to keep coming to club. Also, she was a part of a very good bouncy team. As a junior, a lot of juniors are scared to go talk to her, generally because, she is a ragging terror. Okay, I want to please give a round of applause for Sneha. Okay, the last person that we want to talk about is, like I said, a lot of people come to club just for other extracurricular activities and stuff, apart from club as such. This person, when I first saw him, it was very, very scary, okay, because he was wearing no shirt, okay. Oh, What's it on video? Okay. Sneha, you're not to see her. Watch the video. Watch the video. Watch the video. Okay, moving on, okay. Like I said, this person, the first time I saw him, was very, very scary. He was wearing no shirt, okay. And I realized then he looked like, one proper, one Greek kind of god, something, okay. One huge stick fat abs. But look, if you look at it, dude, it will change you. Okay?
It changed every of us.
Okay. What day? Now, after you look at Iyer, with the t-shirt on, you look at this guy without a t-shirt, it makes it look different. Okay? Seriously, very seriously. Okay? This person, used to keep coming to club on and off just to give another person company. But we would like to think that, he was an awesome senior. This guy has been really, really sweet to all of us. Okay? He's never rapped us, even though he's quite probably the most physically intimidating of all the seniors here and capable of bagging them. These do them are useless, okay, seriously.
33 push-ups you can do,
Okay.
Right, that's
Okay. All our juniors would really like to appreciate this person for, how approachable he's been, how really helpful he's been. As a junior, especially me, my third year, I think this guy's done an awesome job of being an awesome friend. Okay, he's got really, really close to a lot of us, and he's been an amazing senior. Okay, I would like all of you to please give a hand of applause for Rama.
Hey,
Rama, you're trying.
Rama, you don't fit in one frame. Go. So he didn't fit in one
Okay,
frame.
one more person left, okay. This person, if you have ever played cricket with him, you will know that he is blind. Okay, he also cheats a lot. Okay, no, not you, but there are a lot of people, a lot of candidates. Okay, this person, used to keep coming to club for Dumpsy, on and off. Again, Chuma come for fun, have fun, like a lot of what, like what a lot of juniors nowadays do. Okay, this person, okay, if he's like the upcoming Maniratnam of our times. Okay, he's really good. What have you done in your life? Okay, this person, is an awesome. He's always been in the background taking photos of all these guys. But I really want to bring to the fore, what he's done. I mean, he's made sure that all the memories are taken on film. Okay. If you see all the the Salty photos or any of these guys' photos on that document, only because of VC. Okay, and he's been an awesome senior as well. So I want to give a round of applause.
VC is
Apart from that, like I said, these guys will be passing out. So
Not yet.
not yet, I know, but still. Hopefully none of them, will get redo or whatever. They've all gotten their universities. I just want to say that when these guys leave, the English Lit Club and the cultural team as such will face a huge hole, in quality as well as fun. Okay, these guys have been an awesome bunch to hang out with. Generally, wherever you go, you can think of, I remember with any of the guys, FT, Parker, Forky especially, okay, you only think of laughter. Okay, you only think of the times that you've had laughing. And and we have made some awesome friends, and over the last 3 years, we may have had our differences when we become seniority or nothing else. But we have become really, really close to it. Okay, and I'm quite sure that every second year and first year, every third year, every second year and first year, they're going to feel that next year that no one's going to be that good up. Because obviously they can't look at me already. Those are the differences. Okay. So sorry, Pachi. Oh yeah, no. Shit. Oh yeah, we have Pachi. These guys have achieved so much in the last 4 years. They've many a time, we felt mocked by what they've achieved. When I first got into the cultural team, and even I think many in the first year when they first got into the cultural team, you look at what all these guys have achieved, and you always speak that the level of quality between us and them is there's so much of a gap between them. Okay, but these guys really helped us out. They made us feel that the team is and the Lit Club as such is a very alive group of people coming and having fun. They always encourage us to do well in our endeavors, whatever it is. Okay, and with that, I would really like to say farewell to all these guys.
Before we get into any of the senti talks, let's just have some fun. There are 4 years of college that have gone by, and in 4 years we've done innumerable number of stupid things that remain well intact in most of our memories, but there are some that stand out. Some outstanding feats that we've done in 4 years, and we'd like you guys to know half the board is dedicated to IR. But the remaining few of us have also embarrassed ourselves quite well when we've been given a chance. So what we've done is we just handpicked the good ones, okay, or at least the ones we hope that are good. And we'll run you through the different dedis, okay. We didn't want to finish you without we'll go through the entire board. And we'll tell you all that we've done, and then we'll get into whatever senti talk any of us have to say, okay. We will start from
okay, Finding Nemo, okay. That's probably the earliest dedi we have, okay. I remember the first ever, I think one of the first ever dancing clubs we attended. And I think the first time the three of us, me, SP and Anand came up, Anand was a mimer, okay. And he was given the movie Finding Nemo, okay. So we had, Anand started miming, and we went on, okay. We went to, one floor, because we went somewhere, okay. We had no idea what he was doing, okay. Because what he was doing was this. 1 minute, 1.5 minutes he was doing this.
and he's like, it's the most obvious thing.
And he refused to do anything else. The two of us started guessing, saying bird, cuckoo, this, that, and that. And we said, okay, fine, we're clueless, do something else. Anand said, no, this is the easiest way, it can't be done anyhow else, And he said, he continued to do this, and he said, and 1.5 minutes later we gave up. He said, what are you doing? He said, Finding Nemo, da. This is how a fish knows. How else do you think a fish swims? We gave up after that, and after that, Anand became our star mimer.
No one ever realized that this is possible.
So my player was the one who christened the name, Finding Nemo, Nemo. Okay, second is Excuse Me, okay. Excuse Me is part of a larger group of dedications to IR, okay. IR has this knack, okay. I don't know how he does that. Whenever a guy and a girl are talking, more often than not the girl trying to hit on the girl, okay. That and the guy trying to hit on the girl, okay. Either of the two cases, IR is there, okay. Disrupting the prospective couple or whatever, okay. This Excuse Me is very famous. It happened in I think third year. I think starting from end of second sem or the beginning of third sem. I don't remember when. it was a time when, I just started going out with the first time, all of us are standing in the canteen and talking, okay? And these days, whatever, casual as they try to put the arrangement, they made a group of us stand next to each other. So that was the first time we were meeting, with our friends and stuff. Iyer walks there, knowing very well, the two of us, want to stand next to each other and stuff.
This cheese pav bhaji.
He comes with this plate of cheese pav bhaji. He goes with this, excuse me, and stands right in between the two of us. Okay, and everyone is staring, everyone's scratching their head, everyone's uncomfortable and stuff. The two of us, are looking around Iyer and, each other and stuff. Iyer is like, no one touch my pav bhaji.
Excuse me, the reason I'm single, the reason I'm still single in this college, irrespective of every culturals I've been at, is because whenever I'm talking to a girl and I'm just about to ask her for a number, hey SP, you saw this song, God, that girl leaves, okay, I'm like, and this time we were standing, I was talking not one but two girls at Jaipur, okay, and I'm like, I'm the man, okay, Bhaji was like, give me intro, I'm like, screw you, okay, suddenly out of nowhere, our man comes in, he's like, oh damn, I'm gone, and Bhaji's sitting there next to me going, Matnya. So we've got Chris and Iyer, my bail.
So that's excuse me for Iyer, okay. The next one is Lufon, okay.
This is fun now.
Lufon is nothing big, okay. It's not related to club, but something that all of us have had a lot of fun talking about. I think it was second sem.
It was at the second sem, end sem, okay. We guys were all going home on a train, and we were all sitting through the night and talking. Maitri, myself, Divya, we were all talking. And Anand has this bad habit of never sleeping on the train, and he'll piss all of us off without sleeping. And he came about 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, appeared depressed. Okay?
Came back from the bathroom.
And he came once. I dropped my phone in the bathroom. Okay. Immediate reaction is what all you guys did. We were all laughing our asses off. He gets pissed. He's like, why are you laughing? You're like, dude. And we felt that this was a one-off incident, but there's another personality sitting in this room called Ravi, who actually repeated the feat once.
At least this guy dropped it somewhere, at 2 o'clock at night or something, on somewhere, in the middle of the day. Ravi dropped it early morning in Mamlam station. He reached it, right? Just when we thought nothing would drop.
That's the person next to him, you call him.
Okay, the next one is Thambi, okay. This obviously is dedicated to none other than, Sharanya, okay. Sometime, I think second semester again, we were coming back from Chennai, okay. The two of us, SP and EC, we were coming back from Chennai. We reached Trichy, okay, which itself is a long story, which is not necessary right now. But we got onto the bus from Trichy to college, okay. Sharanya gets in with her luggage, all of us get in with our luggage. Okay, the bus is bloody crowded, okay. So we get the last 3 or 4 seats, okay. So we're sitting here with our luggage and stuff, the conductor comes. Sharanya has this bob cut
And she's wearing a full sleeve shirt.
T-shirt and jeans and stuff like that. So you can't blame the poor guy. He thinks Sharanya is a boy. Okay? Comes and says, hey, Thambi, never come. And Sharanya is sitting in the last row, she's sitting like this, okay? She goes and, but can't tell Thambi. Sharanya is suddenly embarrassed. Okay? Can't tell the conductor, I'm a girl or whatever. Busy laughing, having our own fun and stuff. But Sharanya, 15 minutes in, actually, I didn't realize at that time when the conductor was doing all this, these two were laughing. And she's all, unhappy and, pissed off with these guys because they're laughing. They come to me and she said, they're laughing because, the conductor calls me Thambi. Now I started laughing and Sharanya, that's it, didn't talk to us for months. Yay! And spoof creator, okay, spoof creator is, our biggest achievement in our first year. Okay, I think for the last time, the gang that used to be the first year went on stage together, okay. It was some 8 or 9 of us. The first year Carpe, we had an event called Spoof Theatre where we had to take a movie, make a spoof out of it and present it, okay. Anand saw this show on TV some ages back when he was a kid or something. He forgot everything about the show, okay, but he insisted that he knew everything about the show. Okay, it was about Terminator and Bible. Judas betraying Jesus.
Judas.
It's a mad team.
Exactly, I'm coming to that. Okay, it's about Judas betraying Jesus, the Romans coming and killing Jesus. But Terminator comes, he kills Judas before he can betray him, and some nonsense like that. Okay, Anand, okay, some 2 weeks before Carpe, when we saw the poster and stuff, Anand got all hyper. He forgot about all the events. Okay, he started concentrating only on Terminator. For 2 weeks he went on about Judas, this, that, and all. Okay, made no sense. Okay, and we started practicing, we gave and all that, and we finally dropped the project. Okay, so and we're doing everything else, we'll drop this. Okay? During the event is starting, the first team goes on stage. They were horrible. Horrible is not the word. They were disgustingly bad. Because no one knows what they were doing, but everyone was laughing at them. Not what they were doing. So the seniors who were organizing it, they came to us and said, "Machan, the team is bad. There are only two teams participating. So go and make an impromptu play. I'll give you some plays. Okay. So we go and say, all of us here, plus 5-3 and BC. We go outside the hall. With your thought, we plan. Anand is like the expert director.
He's just shooting out characters.
So Anand says, "Okay, I'm Jesus. You're Judas. I was Terminator. You're this, and no one knows what's happening." We orchestrated the thing for 5 minutes. And by the time we
the Roman army.
Yeah,
We see the Roman army joined by Macha and Maitreyi.
And the 4 of them are the Roman army. Jesus has these apostles, 13 apostles. I'm one of them. I guess the remaining 12. That was the only part of the play that was funny.
But the kind of PJs that were cracked, okay, the guy goes up on stage and I'm asking for a weapon as Terminator, okay. They have nothing. We see Dixie in his pocket, takes out a pen and he says the pen is mightier than the sword.
He died. Jesus would revive him, and he'll get up and say Yahoo. Then again he's killed by Terminator. Again Jesus will revive him. Again he'll say Yahoo. Third time this happened, he's supposed to get up and say hot play. This was supposed to be the climax of our play. Okay, we go up on stage. We do all sorts of nonsense. SP, some computerized speaking.
He's Terminator.
Exactly, he's trying to do Terminator. Then this guy falls down dead. Jesus revives him. And he gets up and he says, "Hot me."
First time.
And we're all clueless. Okay?
Just to add to that,
Then Anand gives the sermon on the mount.
every time I want to kill him, he'll stop and say, I have a plan. And he says it about 50 times in the entire spoof, okay? And none of us know what the plan is. So they had this Q&A session after the play, okay, where they called us out and they're like, so you guys said, and this was Neeraj in his prime, and he had been given 7 or 8 bakras to have fun with, okay? So we're looking at it, he goes, so what's the plan? And all of us are looking, we see this and said, this is my turn. He picks up the mic and goes, the plan's no plan.
Crowning moment of glory. Roxy, I think, said, Maitreyi, Sharanya, Divya.
What was your
Roman
role?
army? What were you three?
The question was, what was your role in the play? Because all they did was start.
So Maitreyi goes ahead.
When I came and do something, they just
Who
walked
answered?
out.
Maitreyi answered.
Yeah,
Maitreyi goes ahead, takes the mic, and Sharanya, remember, Macha, Tambi, everything, she goes ahead, picks up the mic and says,
We are the glamour version.
The auditorium is like, packed, okay? Like probably, the same crowd as is there right now. Everyone bursts out laughing. China says glamour quotient, and they probably look at the 3 of them and, I think they included BC in the all of them started laughing. The shocking thing is the other team that performed after us or before us was so bad that we came second in that. We should have won. We should have won, but they didn't want us to look exceptionally good, so they gave us second.
Laptop, oh boy.
Yeah. Laptop. Laptop again is dedicated to iron. Yeah.
One second. Just before he gets to the story, this is one more incident where he ruined my attack on a chick.
Okay, yeah. Okay, VIT Dramatics is going on. Our college is performing on stage. We're sitting down, adjusting lights, sound and stuff like that. Iyer, Ushashi, CV and a few others were performing on stage. There's a scene where Iyer has to come back from office, open a laptop and act as if he's working and stuff like that. Okay? We didn't have a laptop. So we borrowed it from one of the organizers who was sitting down and helping us with the arrangements and stuff. So Iyer is working on the laptop. He takes a glass of water, he acts as if he's drinking it and he places it down. Okay, Iyer is overacting nonsense, acts too agitated, he pushes the water down. It falls on the laptop. Half an hour. He goes on to the play as if nothing's happened.
That girl is
clutching her heart and
the girl is sitting next to me like this. I was puts a hand on me. I'm scoring. And she's like, your friend just dropped water on my laptop. I don't know this game. Please don't do this to me. I don't know this game. Half an hour and you can take the laptop and you do this, okay? Say, drop. I'm like, oh. How much you pay?
8,000 bucks, 10,000 bucks, something.
He won the debate.
We won 7,000 and it's
won 7,000.
I didn't win anything. No. In the end.
Okay, socks, okay, socks.
Very easy.
Yeah, it's dedicated to a person who's not here, Prashant, okay? The same VIT, we're coming back from VIT, okay?
Oh my god. This is
On the bus, right? Cramped, okay?
Don't let him say it.
If you are just now.
See, what happens is this guy, we want him at dinner, okay? Prashant's like, what's on 2 of this, 4 of that, and everything done, he had 2 coffees. In the night before that, like, macha, vada, then he gets into the bus. There's like 1 hour traffic jam or something. This was standing near the door, like, Varun, okay, senior comes to the door, macha, what's wrong with you? He's like, I need to go down. Okay, and he's like, wait, relax, just remove your buckle, sit. I think there about half an hour. I really need to go.
That thing really was a shit, okay? And this standing, this traffic jam, nothing can be done. It was a train.
It was a traffic jam. All these guys were asleep, okay? Me, Varun, a few of us were awake, and this guy suddenly goes like, I have to go. So Varun's like, okay, fine, take water. Absolutely no water on the bus. Newspaper.
No paper on bus.
So Varun's like, okay, fine, just go. Hey, he grabs something and gives it to Brisk and says, go. And mind you, he was in February first week, okay? So Brisk goes and he's going. And the bus starts to move. Brisk is like, wait for me. Okay, and 5 feet, it stops again. So Brisk goes, finishes peacefully, comes back, he's like, okay, relieved, okay? Morning, we're at Trichy bus stand and he comes and says, dude, Bhargav, hey, I'm really sorry for last night. Bhargav, like, no problem, I don't know, big deal, through it. And then, only did Bhargav realize that the apparatus that Brisk used to treat himself.
First he told him, I used your socks.
It's okay,
The
the apparatus that Brisk used was Bhargav's sock. Okay, and I just want to add one thing. He was in February and Bhargav wore those socks since August. Without washing. He didn't come back.
Next is Bhargav.
Hey, it's very big.
Very big. Why?
Bhargav, see, basically in the first year we were told that there's a certain staff member in the mechanical department who used to be associated with first year and the cultural team, whose interests in people were not exactly famous, not exactly straight. And this I was forewarned before I entered the hostel, but little did the rest of them know that he would tell this. And Bhargav tried to tell him something on what weekend that we planned to go outside, and Aman slowly starts feeling Bhargav all over. Okay.
And
Watch.
I was signing out
It
of the
starts with the watch.
And he went all the way, put his arm around Bhargav and basically went for his hip.
And another 5 minutes he was like this.
On Bhargav. I was standing there going, Ayyo. And then Bhargav
Bhargav has no clue this guy is.
Bhargav is getting comfortable.
We go out and we're all like, looking at each other. SP is giving us all these weird looks and as if he's extremely uncomfortable. I was like, what happened now? What happened now?
And then we broke into Bhargav that that guy is gay. And since then, he went up as bar gay. We had many million things, Iyengar, Adage, anything we wanted to do, we did the word gay.
It became so common that this morning when I tried to wake him up saying, hey, I'm here, I said, Bhargav, you need to wake up. I said, Babu, you need to wake up. I said, gay. He said, the key is in bounce. Good name. So,
The next one is CPR.
CPR is, when we go for culturals, it's unfortunate, but our events start bloody early in the morning, okay? 8 o'clock first event and stuff like that and all. And most of us are not exactly morning people, especially Bhargav. Okay, it's very difficult to wake the guy up, and we set out to try to do it, and we put Bounce in charge to wake him up. And I was half asleep, and I woke up in Chipper in the room. I can see Bounce sitting on top of Bhargav. And he's going, hey, medical hospital, we have to give him CPR. And he's going on Bhargav, okay, CPR. And this guy's going,
Yeah, and Ayer's Dumpsy, okay. Ayer's Dumpsy is legendary. Okay. If there's one event that can surpass his speaking abilities, it's Dumpsy. Okay. Because Ayer is by far the most idiotic mimer ever. Okay. What seems most obvious to him will be the most abstract to the guesser. And the worst thing is, he come up with the most ridiculous expression after we don't get whatever he's trying to say. Context saying, that's the most easiest thing that I usually get that. In front of an audience, probably filled with girls or whatever, and everyone is like, lousy mimers and stuff like that. Okay? And the two of us will be like, oh shit, our image is generally good. If it's festival or something, people know that Vivesh is generally good and stuff. So, we go to places like Anna University, Ayer comes up with this ridiculous expression. People think we suck, okay? The two of us suck and Ayer is the expert mimer. Okay? So one such incident that happened in festival, first ever festival, and Anand was in part.
Just before he gets in there, I just want to ask all the juniors over here, how many of you think that Bharat is a calm, composed way? No, okay, let him finish this incident.
Okay, we're festival first year. Okay, first, this is, like I said, Anand wasn't, our strong Dumpsy team wasn't, there. So Ayer is our replacement mimer. In one particular round, the two of us had to mime to SP. Okay? I have to finish miming and then Ayer starts miming. I finish my round in rapid, world record time and stuff. Ayer starts miming. He was doing good. Okay? There's this one movie that he had to mime. The movie was Death Comes to an End. Death comes as the end. Okay? Ayer does death, death and stuff. And Ayer starts jacking. Ayer starts jacking.
Okay, I mind that.
Okay.
He's standing on stage going, quack. I'm like, dude. Like ejaculation, because there was this really hot chick behind me and I didn't want to sound like I was one of those rude guys. Ejaculation, and he's like, slide. I'm like, okay, it comes. And then there's again like, this idea guy gets up, that's a sounds like, this is CUMM, that's COME, you guys are disqualified. And I started laughing, okay, and this calm, composed guy gets up on stage and he goes, relax, but you've never seen this guy as animated ever, okay? More bad language than I've ever heard in my life, okay? All because he couldn't
almost because, I will excuse the guy if he done any comments, the other comments stuff, okay? After that, I'm shouting my head off. This guy's like, how the hell do you do come otherwise? I said, come. Every single one of them will look at me. I said, Ayer, come. One guy went around entire MIT campus. Every Shastra guy he met is like, dude, if I do this, what does it mean? Come. See? And he's done a few more Dumpsy incidents where extrapolate, where we were miming orbit words and Ayer decided to split extra pole and stuff, and he actually showed us how to do a pole dance with an imaginary pole.
Okay, but give me credit, bounce, I don't know what dumb is guessing.
Yeah, we're running the other.
Hey, Shanya's famous one.
Yeah, pediatrics before the other one.
Pediatrics. Shanya.
Pediatrics, okay. We're in Jaipur last year and jam. Okay, there's one round you have to abuse the go jammers. Okay, we're all perverted, we're all dirty. Because that's the only thing that comes to our mind. Okay, we don't abuse anyone, we don't insult anyone, we just shout at them, swear at them and stuff. Okay, all this while everything we wish to swear and stuff. Audience just laugh for the heck of it and stuff. Okay. Sharanya's turn to abuse someone, and and she chose SP, okay, and it probably won't sound funny now because I'm saying it and the situation is all different. But then Sharanya, when she was about to insult, she said,
why is taking body head with jackass?
It was in Jaipur, okay, so it fit all the board. So if you have to go to a doctor, you have to go to a pediatric ward or something, because she's short and stuff.
And it made the magazine the next day.
Entire auditorium burst out laughing. Okay.
Once you're done,
was on for like 15 to 15-20 minutes, people falling down, rolling with laughter and stuff, and Jaipur has this magazine, this newsletter that covers the...
They're brutal.
They're brutal. They're ridiculously, obscene and stuff like that. They raped SP in the next day's newsletter. Okay?
And people forgot about the jam. They were all
the coverage of the jam was centered around this particular event.
So, okay, stealth, I think this is something we have to see, okay? I guess the three of us, the Ace Dumpsy team, okay? me, Anand and SP, we spent most of our first year practicing Damsi, okay? We hardly even spoke, we built a Damsi, come here, go there, and all that, everything was Damsi, okay? Sometimes, we used to take it to a different extent. More often, we will not. Anand was the person who used to take it to a whole new level, okay? Before that, one thing about Anand is he has only two states, okay? One ground state, one highly excited state, okay? That is, the ground state, it's impossible for him to do any work, okay? When he is in an excited state, it's impossible for people around him to do any work because he's that hyper. This one practice session, Anand comes up, we're practicing on the terrace, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the night. Anand comes up, calls us, and when Anand is about to say something, and when he's excited, he gives us half an hour build-up, okay, about how revolutionary his concept is.
There's nothing like this. You could have never seen something.
No, it's pen setting. These kind of words he uses. It's pen setting. It will cause a revolution and stuff like that. As if he's Hitler and he's we'll exchange the look. Okay, and the look is like, oh God. That day we started stealth.
And he's playing around with it. That's what I couldn't believe.
The thing is, SP is like forever silent. By practicing, he just has to practice according to the books and stuff. Anand is like always silent. And I, am shuttling between this section and that section. That night I joined Anand. We came across this concept of stealth, by Damsi. We thought we'd be highly, cool and stuff. So, no words, nothing. No one talks anything. It's about clicks and claps and stuff like that. Okay? It's a really weird fantasy that if I explain right now, you will carry to in my face. So I
was extremely enthusiastic about it.
I was, okay, I'm not denying that. No, so from 2:30 in the morning to around 6:30 in the morning, we're going click, 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 click.
And you have people looking at us. He started going stealth. Okay, supposed to be a plane.
T-52 bomber. And the next night, okay, I go, I'm watching them Damsi, and I'm expecting, I used to give them stuff to practice. So I'm there, I give this guy something. He goes up, he does this.
And he's just too much standing outside. Whack, 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 whack.
And these guys are following him. They're like, what the fuck is going on?
Actually, it was a complicated algorithm, okay?
It has nothing to do with the
Actually, it's a very complicated algorithm. The number of clicks, the hand in which it was clicked on,
the direction in which
it was clicked, okay? It was a 3-coordinate system.
3 coordinates. So I asked, when nothing worked out, I asked them, what happened? These guys are all highly mysterious. So what's secret?
We don't want to know.
We can't tell you.
We don't want any of you to know.
It's top secret. Only our team. We need to beat everyone else at this.
Basically, it started with this, okay?
We lost
we knew these girls were cheating, okay? And we knew they cheated, but they were so good at it that we couldn't prove it.
They got away with it. I just went up on stage and smiled at the organizer. They didn't bother looking at the boards.
Okay. There was no way we could prove that they were cheating, but we knew clearly they were cheating because they were like amazingly fast. It's not possible to mine that fast, okay? So we said, screw them, we can come up with something 10 times more complicated and 100 times more difficult for anyone to find out. So that was how the stealth, we came up with stealth.
It lasted 2 days.
Yeah, it lasted 2 days, okay? It was 2 days of highs where we just...
After that, even I gave up. Anand, like 1 year later, he's like, can we revive stealth? I said,
so again, we were going through a slump, we said, okay, we have something to resurrect us. We need stealth again.
Which brings us to Jetsons.
Yeah, which brings us to Jetsons. This is what happened at Carpe, okay? We guys had got on stage and we got our first thing in like no time and we got suckered. We just couldn't get the speed to stick. So serious speed was boy, girl, person, children, everything, and we got eliminated. We went to do some complicated shit. We got eliminated. And they went up on stage. Okay, their cartoon character was Jetsons. And she tried some random crap and they didn't get it. Okay, she's standing on stage. She's pointing at her underwear. Jetty, Jetsons. Go down.
That's what she was doing.
We got the Jetsons. Okay, fine. We had this. Okay, the first time we started dancing, our codes were with every character we would name a girl we know and describe her. Okay, so L was Lalita. Lalita was lovely.
And they got straight Sarinanda.
It's so much easier.
So that was what we did the first time, and so when she did Jetsons, J for Jaya and Jaya, we had some clue. Okay. Okay, so that was what we did. And it's not underwear. She did a Lamborghini. She did not cheat for Jetsons. She cheated for Lamborghini, which is given
Either way, they cheated. See, we didn't know they
We
cheated.
knew they cheated. But stealth was still not justified.
And yeah. So after that, it came up the next week, which were alpha code.
Yeah, they made it to the final.
Yeah.
I quickly run through the porky jokes. Okay. See, one thing is firstly, before we get to the actual porky jokes, Ayar has this thing where he thinks that he's really funny, not when he speaks, but when he writes things down. Okay. So Varun and I came up with this concept of there's a book that's going to be published very soon. That's called Porush's Attempts at Humor and Written Jokes of Porky. Okay, because I assure you there'll be a riot. Based on that, we put out all of Porky's jokes in this. This was in Kodaikanal, okay, where we went, and firstly we all went cycling and trekking and all that, and Ayar was really disappointed that we were doing so much of physical exercise. So the next day we decided to go for a trek, and in the morning he fell. We heard some noise and we heard some guy shouting, "Oh my God, I hurt my back, I hurt my back." Apparently, he tripped over a bar of soap in the bathroom and he hurt himself, so he couldn't come with us for the trek, okay? We dedicated this broke back mountain, okay? And all he did is he said, I'm hurt, I can't come anywhere, you guys go down.
Basically, he got a book, okay, and he desperately wanted to read it in Kodaikanal as a condition.
He's reading in a bedroom.
And he wanted to make out of the book alone, okay? And he was going to go out, he wanted to be alone with the book. So he decided, okay, we'll do something. The only place he's going to be alone is in the bathroom. So he goes into the bathroom and starts like,
And that's exactly what he did, okay? No problem. We heard no buckets, he kicking around buckets.
chocolate.
Wait, so the guy falls, and the thing is, he comes and we go for about a 2-3 hour trek and we come back, okay? Ayar update, nothing happened to him in the morning. He's sitting reading his book with room service.
Yeah, the plates here, tissue paper flying.
And for 1 hour, his message is when is lunch? When are you coming for lunch? When did you guys come for lunch?
The night before was Anand's and Ravi's birthday, so we ordered a huge chocolate cake, okay, and that was missing. So we asked Ayar what happened to chocolate cake. He's like, I don't know.
Extra additional.
To add to that, okay, I'm sorry girls, but I'm going to be a little honest and I don't want this one, okay, you can take it on tape. Generally, a bunch of guys, when they get together, an interesting topic of discussion is porn, okay, and we were generally talking about, this, that, not, I don't know, I don't like watching videos, I personally enjoy pornographic literature. We're looking at what the hell is pornographic literature? It's like, sex story, what is it? Literature, things that you can read. I'm like, okay, now fine, listening to the videos. And Ayar claims that in school he was a slow cycling champion.
No, basically we all, in Kodai you can rent cycles, so we all cycling around. Basically we were like, Ayar will always say that he used to be, okay, when he was in school and when he was thin.
Or when he was young.
When he was young. These things were never there. Okay? So, Ayar and his pet dinosaur used to be the best cyclers in school, according to him. Slow cycling. That was because until up to then he was really good at cycling. Then till the moment he got cycle. Once he got cycle, he was good at slow cycling. Once we decided to do slow cycling, he was a good swimmer. He was like, I used to swim.
Isn't that thing? Ayar comes and fight because, hey, I'm pretty good at one game now. Carrom. So we said, okay, we'll play carrom. So we're all sitting in my house, and trust me, I thought I was bad. This guy sucks. Okay, it really sucks.
And see the explanation.
And then we looked at him and said, you said you could play, man. And he's like, yeah, I'm very good at that pocket carrom that you're playing.
I didn't say that.
I didn't say that. Pocket carrom. 33 push-ups. It's dedicated to Bhargav. See, in first year, Rama is still a fitness freak, but in first year he was a bigger freak than he is right now about fitness. Okay? And somehow Rama managed to brainwash me into also trying. So we all tried push-ups and all, and Rama tried push-ups, and Rama and I had this competition as to who could do more push-ups. Okay, I'm not lying. Rama did 33. I managed to do 30. Okay, I couldn't move for the next few days. Was another story. And Bhargav slowly comes in and goes, hey, 33 push-ups. I can do it. None of you guys can. So we're like, okay, do it. Yeah, I just had it. Okay, the next day. Achha, 33 push-ups. It's too hot. 33 push-ups.
It was a semester before Rama realized that I was actually joking.
And he believed him.
Rama actually believed me. Rama was like, Bacha, I have to do.
We have that.
A lot of other things, but I guess it only motivates enough. So
Hindi Antakshari, one thing I just dedicate because this guy is not here right now. Bounce is to Hindi is like me is to playing basketball. It's that far apart. And we're sitting at Chipman and they have this antique Hindi song in Antakshari. And Bounce comes there and goes, hey man, only songs that I know will be allowed in this Antakshari. So he sits through like 3-hour Antakshari where we were all close to dying by the end of it. And he had heard 2 songs. Of the entire Antakshari, he had heard only 2 songs. He's like, only those 2 pash. Everything else is not allowed.
And suddenly he starts shouting, some guy singing some song and said, "Bacha, Tamil copy list, Tamil copy list." The entire audience looking at the Bounce, like, "Mera naam Bounce."
Okay, one more event about Divya. Okay, my time will tell.
Divya, remember the time when you tried mining in forest? Can you please draw forest for us? She actually, it was actually dictionary around area. Dictionary, right? She was supposed to, I don't think she knew what forest gump was. I don't think she knew what the movie was about. So she started drawing this abstract forest which looked more like a pipeline. And we were like guessing pipes, something to do with pipes, and like the 1.5 minutes goes by and then finally she says it's forest gump. And we were like, oh god.
Nothing to do with the forest.
Yeah.
Take a pic.
Mining as not dictionary, it was mining. I was trying to mine out funks and sounds like gump and
Basically, they were cheating.
Maybe 1 2 impressions of the other day.
Impressions, I don't think it is.
You're not good at this. You don't want to go.
One last.
You're not very good at it.
I
Hey guys, generally what we always ask our seniors to do, because we guys hang out so much with each other, we kind of get to see what the other person generally says, what he or her strongest, points are. So, we just thought that, any of you want? Oh, you have something more?
Huh? No, you guys continue.
No,
You have anything in mind, then we can go to that. Okay, then
It's 5:45.
It's 5:45. Sorry, it's 5:45. We'll only take about 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay, the Flintstones rock clock is little
So,
slow.
we guys are all sitting together and you can picture each one of us trying to do the other one. Any of you want to try? None of you want to try?
I tried it today, I didn't kind of put it up in jam. Basically, every time Ayer starts speaking, he goes like,
He'll kiss the air. You sit next to him.
that's the way he starts,
The
okay?
story should be told this way. Every time Anand is on the same jammer as me, he imagines that I kiss the air. I don't know why.
And everyone hears it, but no one objects to it. I don't know why. It really bugs the crap out
It's
of me.
not there.
See, simple, okay, let's picture all of us in a room and we're having a discussion, okay? Generally what happens is 6 of us will be there and only one person will talk. Obviously, we all know who that one person who's going to be talking. Hey, see now, basically, according to me, and then he'll put about 15 million words and Bill Gates will sit there. From our indignation, ad nauseum, you should not come out smelling like a bunch of roses. A bunch of guys are having a fight. Hey, see now, it's not about mending fences, it's not about coming out and smelling like a bunch of roses. Okay, and then you have, if this were a debate, you'll have Sharanya sitting next to him going, Ayer, see, nobody's interested in listening to what you have to say. Okay. On the other side, if Divya were in that, she'll prepare him and we'd have taken her case, okay? And she'll go straight up to Bhargav and go, or she would have come and slapped the crap out of me, okay? And then Anand would have found all this really sad and he'd be like, dude, that's like a bunch of shit, man. Total shit. I don't understand where this kind of shit comes out from these kind of people, but it's like total shit. And then Sri Kumar will come in the middle and he'll get up and he's doing a quiz. Hey, Sina. Hey, Sina, basically, Sina. Okay. And Reddy will not be making fun of him. Reddy will walk in with his huge demeanor and go, please don't make fun of him. It is not